Alright guys, so here are the first 3 questions from the CBA practice that we did last Friday. Overall, you guys did really well. I'm super proud of you for how much you worked on that. But hopefully this will help you miss or fix any questions that you might have gotten wrong. So we're just going to do the first 3 on this one. They're all with similar shapes or similar triangles. Because they're similar, well, first of all, I know that they're similar because of these guys. We have 2 sets of congruent angles. That automatically means the whole shape is similar, so I'm good on that. And then from there, I know that the sides of similar triangles, are proportional. Oopsies, there we go. I know that the matching sides are proportional. So I've got from blue to red is 9, and from blue to red is 18. So I know it's 9 over 18, and that has to be proportional to this side over this side, so it's x over 14. Now, some of you realize that 9 times 2 gets you 18, so you kind of figured out in your head what times 2 gets you 14. That will work for this one, but there will not always be problems where you can do that. So if you cannot do that in your head, you can cross multiply. 9 times 14 gets you 126. 18 times x is 18x. If we divide both sides by 18, we will still get that x equals 7. So whichever way you did it, you should have gotten C. Now moving on to number 2, we also have similar polygons, but I need to pay attention to this part right here. Okay? It says that A, B, C, D is similar to E, F, G, and H. That means I need to pay attention to those letters. So kind of like what we talked about in class, you should go through first and make sure that all the letters match up. So A, B, E, F, okay, those match up. We're okay with that one. Let's check part B. Does A, B match with E, F? We already checked that. What about C, D? Well, C, D should go with FG. Well, that's not what I have here. I have CD should go with GH, so I'm going to scribble out that guy. I know it's not even right because the letters don't match. Like I said, do not look at the picture to help you match. Look at the letters. All right, what about BC and FG? Well, BC's here, FG's here. Those look okay. CD and GH, those also look okay. So I'm going to keep that one around for a while. And then I also have that angle F is congruent, angle A is congruent to angle F. Well, angle A is only congruent to angle E, so that one's gone too. So just by checking my letters, I've cut out half of the options. Now we gotta go back and figure out what the heck these things are saying. AB is congruent to EF. Well, I know that the letters match up, but is side AB congruent or equal to EF? Well, look at AB and EF. Do they look like the same size shape? No, this one is definitely bigger than this one, so their sides cannot be congruent. Their angles are. We talked about angles are congruent, but sides are proportional. That means that this one is also out. And if I look at this, this is a proportion, which means it's saying the correct thing, that the sides are proportional, not congruent. Okay, so answer C is the answer for question 2. Now the last one I'm going to cover in this video is number 3. Now this is also similar triangles. Remember we talked about you have to prove and give a reason. Okay, remember our options were SSS, SAS, or AA. Now looking at the shapes, do they give you any side lengths? Whether we look in the directions or look at the picture, the answer is no. There are no side lengths given. If they do not give you side lengths, you cannot use SSS or SAS. You can use angles if they don't give it to you because there are some hidden congruent angles, but there are not sides that you can figure out unless they tell you. So it must mean I need to use AA. Well, they already tell you one really awesome thing. They tell you that those 2 things are congruent, and it's even in the picture for you. You have to write that out though. Okay, so DEF, so some of you did not do that and missed some full credit. You also have to give the reason. Because it's in the directions and in the picture, the reason is that it's given. All right, so that's check mark number 1. Second thing is you got to figure out the other angle, because we got angle 1, okay? Now, some of you hopefully saw you can't do anything with D and C, but right here, this is not angle F and angle F. Please be cautious about saying that. It is angle EFD. Oops, that's an E. EFD is congruent to BFC. You cannot say angle F is congruent to angle F. They're two different angles. The reason is that they are vertical angles. Remember we talked about when two lines cross like this, or when you see two V shapes coming to a point like that, those are vertical angles. That's the second set of angles you needed. To finish off the whole thing, you had to give the correct theorem. It's more than just writing this. You have to actually write out that triangle DEF is similar, not congruent. Some of you put the symbol for congruent and got it wrong. It is not congruent. They are similar, and it's by AA. Okay? So that's all you needed for this one. I've correctly identified corresponding parts. I've correctly justified, that means give a reason, and I gave the correct theorem. So 1, 2, 3, there are my 3 points. And I marked it in the picture even. Okay? So if you need to go back and rewind or ask questions, feel free to. Other videos will have the other problems.